Yeah, we live.
Everybody look. Oh,
What's up, y'all? Say hello.
what's up? Where's the camera at? Is the camera right there?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can move that? Oh, it's different cameras in here.
No, it's that one.
So that one camera changes angles?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it responds to movement.
Say hello, everybody. All right.
That's funny.
I'm out of here. Y'all put me on. I ain't know.
Yes, sir. And
See y'all next week.
All right, bro.
All right.
What's up, family? Y'all come on in. Come on in right quick. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to the show. Reality Hour. Real people, real life situation. We got about 4 minutes before we go actually on air. We want to welcome everybody around the country who's watching and checking us out. And big ups to you. I was really tripping over all these airline stories, Kenya, that we've been covering with the Southwest plane in Midway that almost hit a plane that was taking off and it was landing, and how the pilot had to real quickly take that plane back up.
Yes.
And so big ups to that pilot, because we saw what happened 3 weeks ago. Was it 3 or 4 weeks ago? And that didn't work out well with a helicopter and a Delta.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would have been tragic because that Southwest flight was almost actually touching the ground when that other jet just moseyed on across the runway. And the air traffic controllers were telling them, hold, don't keep going. And they just...
Whew. That was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to see that. And then you say there was one you covered earlier where a couple was they had to fly next to a dead woman on the plane because the lady passed away on the plane.
Yeah, so it was an Australian couple by the name of Mitchell Ring and Jennifer Collin who said that they were allegedly forced to sit next to a dead body for hours after the woman passed away on the flight.
Ain't no way.
They were traveling from Melbourne, Australia to Venice, Italy via Qatar Airlines. And they said that an unidentified woman collapsed on board. And they said they tried to move her. They tried to wheel her up towards the business class. But she was a quite large lady and they couldn't get her through the aisle.
Can you imagine that? Excuse me. Dead body coming down. Dead body coming down.
Right. So they asked this couple to scoot over so they could put this woman here, and they just proceeded to put a blanket on her.
So are they trained to be able, if someone dies on there, where to put them at on the plane?
I mean, I guess she would have had to stay somewhere. You couldn't. I guess it would be very disrespectful to move her.
Would you have been scared to sit next to her?
There's no way.
But if there were no seats and the person next to you died, what are you going to do?
They said that there were empty seats.
But if it
around
wasn't,
them.
I'm asking you a question. What would you do if the person next to you on the plane died? There's no seats available.
No.
You're on Spirit Airlines. You have to sit there next to that dead person.
Put them in the flight attendant seat, not on my seat, not next to me.
How they gonna push the big old body like that?
It's flight attendant seats in the back. You're not about to put no dead body for 4 hours. They still have 4 hours left on the flight.
Dang.
And so the man said that when they were deplaning, when they were getting off the plane, that the blanket fell down. So he said he was exposed to having to look at a dead body. That's traumatizing. No?
What did they at least offer the passengers that was sitting next to the dead lady? Did they offer them the dead lady's pretzels and drink?
They could have kept all of that and the lady herself. No.
Oh man, that ain't cool.
That's crazy. And they said that the airlines initially didn't even reach out to them to say, I'm sorry, I know you must be traumatized. Are you guys okay? But now the airline has caught on because of all the press about it.
I can only imagine that. I only can imagine that. Hey, wake up.
No day are you about. They were very polite to just sit there for 4 hours. 4 hours? No.
I probably would have fell asleep on her.
Like a pillow?
Yeah.
Like that's your homie?
Yeah, she got a blanket on her.
We ain't doing that. That's not about to be a part of my nightmares forever. Go on and send me to 30,000 like the Delta people.
Bad. All right, y'all. ZAK, what's up? Sam Sylk Show. What's up to everybody on social media? How are you? What's good? Reality Hour Live. So we read your comments live, and you can dive in with us. And you got the letter. What's going on?
All right, dear Sam, I hope you can help me with a difficult situation. My father and I were estranged for the past 5 years, and he recently passed away without any insurance. Now, my siblings, who were still close to him, are asking for my financial support to cover his funeral expenses. I would prefer to cremate him and have a small, intimate service. However, my siblings want to have a large funeral with a wake one day and a fancy casket funeral the next. They accuse me of wanting to do things my way because of the strained relationship I had with our father. I don't believe I'm wrong for wanting a simpler service, especially given the financial constraints, but I don't want to cause further conflict with my siblings during this already challenging time. What should I do? Am I wrong for standing by my decision?
Hell no. You go buy your bread.
I know that's right.
If they want to spend that money, tell them to go ahead. You ain't got it.
Better go find it.
I ain't got it like that.
Yeah.
And if this was about how the relationship was, it is what it is.
Right.
He treated, you know what? Oh, like you said it, that it is what it is. You don't have the bread. You don't. And Daddy doesn't have no insurance, right?
He did not have any
Well,
insurance.
Daddy get a box.
Cremated. I mean,
Let the rest of them handle it.
you can't put your desires on somebody else's wallet. You can't count.
No.
They can't count your
Don't
money.
count. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. No, I don't see anything wrong with that. Anybody disagree here? Nope, it's quiet in the room. See?
I mean, because why would you feel guilty about
No.
that? And then people live how they want to all their lives.
Yeah.
And then when they pass away, everybody is supposed to just be like, oh, they were so great or whatever.
Some of the
Sometimes it ain't that way,
of the biggest lies are told at a funeral.
aren't they?
Some of the biggest lies.
Please.
So no, don't do that. If you don't have the funds to do that, and that's not what you want to do not have them bully you into or make you feel bad into wanting to just come up and go into debt. Daddy had enough time to get his affairs in order.
Absolutely.
So why should you have to deal with that? Now, some of y'all may disagree, and that's fine. But I'm going by her relationship, how they had. Now, what did she say? They got closer when?
They were estranged for the past 5 years. So
Okay. All right. So I mean, you don't want to hold. Hopefully, you're not holding no grudges, and you're being honest. Okay. But again, if you don't have it financially, don't put yourself in a strain.
Right. But you got to know your own personality. Are you going to be feeling a type of way when your siblings are crying or whatever? Can you actually do it? Because, if you can, if you're willing to, maybe do something, maybe compromise,
Yeah.
do something a little bit nicer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Because if you might be talking
'em.
all tough right now and then later on.
And then you sit over there crying and feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do be truthful. I'll say this: be truthful.
Yeah.
Tell her maybe you pay for the two back wheels on the casket.
Not the two back wheels.
The two back wheels. Tell them you got that covered. tell them you'll cover the blanket and the pillow,
Listen.
because I can imagine they gotta be expensive.
Listen, beggars cannot be choosers. So
5780931ZAK. Should she go ahead and help? Well, she's going to help, but they want her to they want this extravagant funeral.
yeah, it's not like they said, okay, I'm not doing anything. They just want a simpler service, especially given the financial constraints. So,
Oh man.
but she's
man.
worried about how her siblings are going to feel as well. So
Well, they're gonna feel that way anyway. You're gonna spend that bread. They already expressed that, so that's just how they feel.
So you ain't gonna make them happy, no way.
No.
Yeah.
Ain't got time for that.
Do what's in your heart.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I don't know why you and Daddy are strange. I don't know if it's your fault. I don't know. It could be her. She didn't say that. It could have been her fault.
Most people want to have a relationship with their parents, so.
All right, we're taking your calls and we're reading your comment sections. Coming up next, 5780931. Touchdown. All right, what y'all got to say about it? We recapping this letter one more again. So we're going to recap it. And as we dive into the comment section, so they were estranged how long?
Now, her and her father were estranged for the past 5 years, and he recently passed away without any insurance. Now, the siblings who were still close to him are asking for their financial support to cover the funeral expenses. Now, she wants to have and I'm assuming it's a she, would prefer to cremate him and have a small intimate service, but the siblings, they want to go all out. They want to have a big funeral, and a wake one day, and a fancy casket, all of those things.
We ain't doing all that. Daddy didn't live that life.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the show. Hello.
Hey, Sam. I want to comment up on that segment that you just got to talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I didn't meet my father until I was 12 years old. First off, starting off like that.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, when I met my father was in my life until he passed.
Okay.
Because he felt some type of way because he wasn't in my life from birth until 12 years old.
Okay.
When my father got sick leave and I was married, me and my husband, we traveled down there. We basically took care of my father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My husband, he put him in a tub. He couldn't walk. He put him in a tub, gave him a haircut, gave him a shave. You know what I'm saying? Bought him new clothes, got him dressed, took him to a ride, took him for a ride in his brand new truck that he couldn't drive. When my father passed, my father had left basically everything to me. My aunties now had took my name off the will, off the deed, and everything. And she kept everything to herself.
Wow.
Yeah. I told
So,
you, man,
like,
all hell break loose when these service, these funerals, and some of the biggest lies, and you see how people really are when it comes time for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I never talked to my auntie again behind it.
Yeah. I haven't spoken to my
I
father's.
felt like that she was wrong.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to my father's, his widow, since the day we left the cemetery.
Yeah. Those things sting.
And it hurt me because he sat the truck over to me. I couldn't take it back to Cleveland with me. But
and you wanted that truck too, then. You wanted that truck
to get it.
Yeah.
And the money that he left me and my siblings, because my father had worked all his life. So the job that he was still working at until he died. All that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had over $300,000 in the bank.
And you didn't get nothing.
And me and my siblings didn't get nothing.
And who took y'all name off of stuff?
His sister, our auntie.
Dang. How was she?
She went until my father got sick on his deathbed, and she took the will, and she had a whole new another will written up, and like basically forced his name while he was laying on his deathbed.
Did y'all didn't try to protest it? Y'all didn't get an attorney to protest that?
We tried to, and Arkansas is totally different from any other state because they slow about stuff. They don't pick up on stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened, man. Yeah, and what kind of truck was it?
It was a Range Rover.
Yeah.
Aww.
It had some good seats too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Brand new. Oh, dang.
Yeah, that's the principle.
Yeah.
And he never drove it.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
She just swooped in.
And how much money was that?
He said he paid $45,000 for it.
$300,000 in the bank.
Yeah, that's crazy. Not to look out for the kids. Yeah.
Comments coming in.
All right. Now, Vanetta said, tell them this is all I have in my budget for the funeral. Pay it directly to the funeral home.
Yep.
They can cover the rest. In essence, they want you to put $20K in the ground. I think you can have both. Ask the funeral home about funeral, then cremation. You rent the casket and the flowers. Have a funeral service, then have his remains cremated. It is considerably cheaper than a traditional funeral. That way, everyone that needs the funeral will have one. You can save money and not feel like you were forced to go over your budget trying to please your siblings.
Yeah, I ain't doing it.
That's very sensible.
Makes sense.
Because I know they do rent the casket for just the services, and then you can just do the cremation later.
Yeah. It's like renting center, right?
Sam.
You rent the casket, the pillow.
No. You rent it.
You can rent the flowers too. Or you can get plastic flowers.
But don't they you should be able Sam. You should be able to keep the pillow. Can you keep the pillow?
How much for 4 hours? How much for 4 hours?
Wow.
Well,
I mean, it's better than putting it in the ground if that's not what your intention was.
And do you want a casket that somebody else already was in? Don't you want your own casket?
They don't know. They gone. They just resting.
Okay. How you know they don't wake up down there and be like, they didn't put me in. Who had this casket before me?
They going in the oven.
Okay, all right.